Hi, I'm Thrill, and this is my Oculus Quest. I call it the XS Quest, and that's for good reason. It fixes every problem you could ever have with the stock Oculus Quest. Comfort, audio, scratchy facial interfaces, battery life, but it's all in excess. The Oculus Quest is meant to be an affordable way to get into VR, yet with all of these modifications, this Quest easily passes the $1,000 mark. So I'm going to show you how you can get a Quest that does everything this one can do, but we'll do it for under $100. In some ways, spending less here really does get you more. This is not the XS Quest, but instead the best Quest. So the first thing I want to tackle here is one thing that's not going to change between these headsets, and that's adding a VRCover. You've probably heard of VRCover before, and you might either have one or you're thinking about getting one. But the Quest cover just got a brand new redesign a few weeks ago in the Quest VRCover 2.0. There are other manufacturers of facial interface replacements like Kiwi and AMVR, but I gotta be real here. The new Quest interface and foam got so much better than its predecessors and maintains the same price as all of its competitors that it's really a no-brainer here. New for this VR cover is a flexible facial interface, something that you really don't see very often, but it is pretty sweet, allowing for the VR cover to mold your face shape a little better than hard plastic. You have a standard and a comfort foam pad that's made from cowless leather, and a big improvement here are these nose flaps. Coming in the box with multiple sizes, it does a really good job of blocking just about all light leak, leading to more immersion in-game. So why even bother with spending money replacing a facial interface? Well, on every VR headset I've owned for the past 4 years or so, I have always replaced the stock foam that comes on the headset. Usually it's a stiff or porous type of foam that works well and is comfortable when new, but after a few months of usage, that porous foam becomes the home of bacteria and gross smells due to the face juice that just gets soaked into that foam. Replacing the stock foam with something like a VR cover makes it easier to clean, and it's just cleaner in general. And in my opinion, it's more comfortable as well. Plus, a hidden benefit that isn't really talked about much is how much it increases your field of view. If you have a thinner foam on your headset than stock, then that means that your eyes are closer to the lenses, which equals a higher field of view. And while you may only squeeze out an extra 2 to 8 degrees of field of view on something like an Oculus Quest, that's a 2 to 8% increase in FOV. And for $30 for the whole kit, it feels like a steal to make your headset vastly better. Next, we have a much bigger comfort improvement. This is a cheap way to make your Quest a much better headset, because for me, the worst part of the Quest is the comfort. While I could use almost any headset for hours and hours, the Quest is the one that usually makes my head hurt after just a couple of hours. And that's why I originally bought a deluxe audio strap. You can mod it onto the headset and it makes it significantly more comfortable and makes the audio better. But there's a huge problem here. The deluxe audio strap, when you can find it in stock that is, costs more than $100. Then to modify the Quest to even put it on, you have to buy 3D printed parts and Velcro, and you're paying an extra $20 to $30. So you're increasing the price of the headset by 25%, and for what? A better strap? Here are some cheap ways to make your Quest significantly more comfortable without modifying it and without breaking the bank. And here's the first one. Don't laugh at me, this legitimately works. And it's free. You go outside, you grab a rock, and you put that rock on the back of the headset. No joke. Take some tape, grab a rock, strap it on the back. Sounds weird and crazy, but believe me, it works, and the Quest easily gets twice as comfortable. This works because the Quest is massively front heavy. I mean, it makes sense. All the headset's components are in the front of the headset, and the head strap is this flimsy material that does a terrible job of dispersing that weight throughout your head like it should be doing. Throwing on a counterweight makes the weight dispersion better and makes it so the head strap doesn't dig into your head or face. If you want a better way of doing this than literally strapping a rock on your VR headset though, for a little more than 20 bucks, a company called Studioform VR makes purpose-built weights for the back of the Oculus Quest, coming in 300 gram and 500 gram kits that comfortably just strap on the headset. It allows the Quest to still be in its small form factor and fit into a Quest-made case still, which is not the case for the Deluxe Audio Strap Quest. But you have a massively more comfortable headset and for way cheaper than the DAS. I personally like the 500 gram weights a little bit better, but if you're much smaller than I am, I can imagine that the 300 gram weights will do you just fine. Plus, the weights are bendable, allowing you to be comfortable no matter what head shape you have. If that still isn't enough, then you could get a whole kit with the strap that goes on top of the Quest in addition to the weight, giving your head maximum support. I don't really need that though, but everyone is different. This is probably the cheapest way to get more comfort out of your Quest, and it will work. But what about the smartest way? On my XS Quest, I have the VRPower battery bank on the back of the headset. It fits perfectly with the stock Quest head strap, and somewhat well on the Deluxe Audio Strap. But the best part is that it not only works as a counterbalance, giving me a far more comfortable experience, but it's also a battery pack for the Quest, doubling, even tripling the battery life that I get with it. So not only can I play longer because my head doesn't start to hurt, but I can also play longer because my headset doesn't die. It's a great win-win situation. But the VRPower is $60 on Rebuff Reality, which, to be fair, isn't a bad deal. And it's purpose-made for the Quest. It just works really good. But I think that we can go cheaper and almost as good. This is the Anker PowerCore 10,000 mAh battery bank, which is the same battery size as the VRPower, but costs a third as much. But it still allows you to play for 3 times as long. Now, attaching this to the Quest can range from free to up to $20 if you want a purpose-built clip. If you really want, you can even use a bigger battery, like this huge PowerCore 20,000 mAh battery that will allow you to use your Quest for approximately 20 hours straight. And it only cost me $35, while the 10,000 mAh battery pack only cost me $20. And if you go this route over the VRPower, either with the 10,000 mAh or larger, you get the huge benefit of having just a regular battery bank for purposes other than VR, which sounds nice to me. Plus, all of these other battery banks have the same added benefit of making the Quest far more comfortable by providing a counterweight. So you're shooting down 2 stones with one, and you're doing it really cheaply too. And by the way, Kiwi even has a $35 option with a built-in strap, USB-C cable, and a detachable battery bank. However, it is only 5,000 mAh, giving you half of the extra battery life that you'd expect from something larger. So we have the issue of comfort and battery life completely covered. And you can absolutely fix those problems for the Quest from anywhere for free to just 20 bucks, which is a far cheaper solution than the Deluxe Audio Strap that costs $120 plus if you can even find it. However, the Deluxe Audio Strap offers something as well that we have to address. It's literally in the name, and that's the audio. I personally hate the audio on the Oculus Quest. I think it's pretty tinny, it doesn't get quite loud enough, and if you live in a house with more people than just yourself, it doesn't block outside noise. I don't want to hear the TV in the next room while I'm trying to pwn Noobs and Onward, I'm sorry. So there's the obvious way to fix this, and that's just wear headphones, forehead. But I also kind of hate having an independent device on my head as well as the VR headset. It makes the ever so common task of just pulling the headset to look around more difficult than it needs to be, and it's just cumbersome. And the Quest is wireless, which is amazing, but as soon as you add these long headphone wires and Quest Link, it gets more annoying than just a standard tether. So the cheapest, best solution that I have found is Kiwi made these purpose-built earbuds for the Quest. They have a super short cable that connects on both sides of the headset so that the cable itself doesn't get in the way of you being in VR. Plus, the tips are silicone, meaning that they inherently block out most background noise as long as you get a good seal. The actual sound quality of these earbuds really isn't too bad either. I mean, they're nowhere close to audiophile grade, but for $20 earbuds, what do you really expect? They've got good bass, mids are decently clear, and the highs don't noticeably distort. They're just a pretty standard set of earbuds that are made to work well for the Quest and are good for VR due to the tiny cable. And now for grip modifiers for the Quest touch controllers. I use my Valve Index knuckles every single day. I love them for the finger tracking, but there's something even better about them. I don't have to constantly be holding them because they're more or less strapped to my hands. If you've ever been in VR before where you don't have to actually grip the controller 24/7 just to hold it, you'll know how it's a massive improvement, and it's turned into something where I don't even like being in VR for that long if I have to constantly hold the controllers. You're in luck though, because multiple companies have made extremely cheap grips and controller straps. Here I have the $12 Kiwi straps and the $20 Mammoth grip plus the straps. I love both, but I do prefer the Mammoth straps. However, it does cost more. If there is one cheap accessory that you really should get for the Quest, it's this. I mean, just wait until you don't actually have to hold the controller while playing. It's a great liberating VR experience. Plus, it's one of the cheapest things on this list. So let's go over everything. Coming from the last video where I made the most expensive Oculus Quest possible, and it was great, I think this video is more about making the best Quest possible for the price. I really do think that the Oculus Quest is a great headset, especially for the price that it goes for, but it has some pretty big flaws, especially concerning the comfort, and accessories are the best way to fix that. Here, I spent no more than $100, but at the most $50, and I have a massively better device. This Quest right here with every accessory I listed that improves comfort greatly, triples the standard battery life, has a far better audio solution, and an improved controller style with a better field of view and a more hygienic facial interface, and we did it for around $90. And I use the XS Quest a decent amount, but to be honest, this $1,000 beast is a little unwieldy, it's harder to transport, pretty damn heavy, and well, expensive. This Quest that we built today is kind of better in some ways to the XS Quest, and if you have the money, I definitely recommend doing it to your own. You can also join my Discord server for the best VR Discord server on the planet. I also want to thank all of my Patreon supporters, especially my Omegas like Benji, Chunko Wonka, Fusion Oak, HCG Randon, Zimph, Ronzarelli, Studio Form VR, Token Engineer, Tristan Sloan, True Killa, VR Ambassador, VR Balance, and Very Evil Shadow. I literally couldn't be doing any of this without you. Don't forget to like this video if you loved it, subscribe if you want more of this, and hit that freaking bell if you just can't live without it. Much love, Thrill out.